Anti-government left, right. Supported by Movimento dos Trabalhadores Sem Teto. Guilherme Bulhões Central dos Trabalhadores e Trabalhadoras do Brasil. Adilson Goncalves de Arraio Central Única dos Trabalhadores. Sergio Nobre Sympathizers. PT, PCB, PSTU, READ, PSOL, PCdoB, PDT, Cidadania, PVN Upright. Movimento Brasil Livre. Kim Kataguiri Renan Santos Movimento MPR e Rua. Rogério Checker. The 2021 Brazilian protests are popular demonstrations that took place in different regions of Brazil. In the context of the COVID-19 pandemic, protests both supporting and opposing government happened. It was also the first time when sectors linked to the two antagonistic sides, such as the left and the right, began to protest against the government over a common goal, holding caravans on January 23 and 24, 2021. In a meeting with supporters held on January 5, 2021, the President of the Republic Jair Bolsonaro reportedly said that the country was broken, and that he could do nothing. In addition to making attacks against the press again. After the declaration, there were several debates among economists about the president's statement, and the following day, he had said in an ironic tone that the country is a marvel. During the collapse in health in Amazonas, the Attorney General's office confessed to the Federal Supreme Court that the federal government knew about the depletion of oxygen in the state and that one of the government's measures was to send 120,000 tablets of hydroxychloroquine to the state, whose drug has no scientific basis against COVID-19. Even with the start of vaccination against COVID-19 on January 18, the president insisted on early treatment again. In the midst of the political crisis, a profile called @SOS_impeachment appeared on Twitter, with the objective of taking a voting score through positions. Until January 25, 2021, there were 111 votes in favor and 76 against Bolsonaro's impeachment. Taking advantage of the engagement, Movimento MPR e Rua, Movimento Brasil Livre, an ex-candidate for President of the Republic for the new party, João Amido, launched on January 21 a petition for the impeachment. As of January 25, there have been over 200,000 subscriptions on the Change.org platform. On January 15, 2021, the first attack against the government took place in the cities of São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Belo Horizonte, Brasília, Goiânia, Salvador, Florianópolis, São José dos Campos, Belém, Recife and Porto Alegre. The act started at 8:30 p.m. after being summoned on social networks using the slogan, "Without oxygen, without vaccine, without government," with the support of some sectors of the left, right and some famous, being the presenter Luciano Huck. Several Brazilian cities have registered caravans, cycling tours and honks against the government, being organized by left-wing sectors such as the Central Única dos Trabalhadores. In addition to the presence of supporters of political parties such as the Workers' Party, Sustainability Network, Brazilian Communist Party, in addition to the shouting and signs written, "Fora Bolsonaro," the presence of Brazilian flags, social movements such as LGBTQIA+ and banners in some homes were also registered. In all, 21 Brazilian capitals in the Federal District had acts against the government, organized by right-wing groups Movimento Brasil Livre and Movimento MPR e Rua. Acts were recorded in some Brazilian cities against the government, also through caravans and cycling tours. In several vehicles, they had posters asking for the departure of the president and the Minister of Health. In addition to the phrase, "Brazilian Lives Matter," and several ironies regarding the use of chloroquine and the phrases said by Bolsonaro in meetings and quotes to the children Flávio Bolsonaro, Carlos Bolsonaro and Eduardo Bolsonaro. In front of the Paulo Machado de Carvalho Municipal Stadium, a green and yellow banner was written, "Impeachment Ja." Quote, the same one used in the protests against the Dilma Rousseff government. On the 31st of January, new acts were registered in at least 56 Brazilian cities against the government, being organized by movements of the left and some of the right. In Brasília, Participants used plastic bags on their faces to show suffocation in response to the oxygen crisis in Amazonas. In addition to participants consuming condensed milk after the release of a government shopping list on the 24th, there were also mobilizations abroad with the #StopBolsonaro tag. In Belém, there was a motorcade in response to acts in favor of impeachment, with statements of support for the government and the election of Arthur Lira as president of the Chamber of Deputies, but with a lower participation than acts against the government and favorable to impeachment in the capital of Para. In February, despite the weakening of impeachment requests in the Chamber of Deputies, there were still caravans in different parts of the country calling for the